Hello and welcome to SOS Creativity TV episode 1. Today we're going to be looking at 7 top digital marketing tips to help you skyrocket your business. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Tip 1, Google Local. This is an effective way of advertising your company or your brand. It's a very handy tool provided by Google to help a lot of businesses, but local businesses are not really utilizing this to the full potential. Local listings are tied to SEO, so when a user is searching for localized keywords or terms, your company should start appearing in the search results. For example, if a user based in Bolton were to search for web designer, SOS Creativity will pop up because our information is listed on Google My Business. Tip number 2, social media. Social media is still continuing to grow with millions and millions of users visiting this platform each day. So it is very important to take advantage of this traffic. By setting up social media accounts and providing value to your customers or your audience, your potential customers, you can drive enormous amount of traffic to your website. There are many benefits to marketing on social media, but the main one is brand awareness. It's quite simple. You create your page, you provide value to your audience, and you watch the followers, the likes, the engagement, the interactions, all of that will start growing, which will potentially drive enormous traffic to your website, which can then be converted into sales. Tip number 3, I'm sure a few of you have heard this one before, content is king. But yes, content is king, but a lot of people are doing content now, so your content has to be immaculate. So very good content is king. Because when you're marketing your business online, it is very important to keep your audience interested. Posting content on different social media accounts or even writing a blog as an update about your business will potentially attract an audience. It is important to write naturally. As being too formal, obviously this depends on the context, the subject and whatnot, but sometimes being too formal and too salesy will potentially repel your readers and customers. You need to be unique, be able to tell a story that can last and keep your audience engaged. If you can do that, you've practically won. Lastly, doing a bit of keyword research using tools such as Google Keyword Planners. There are lots and lots of insight tools out there, Google Trends and others. Using those kind of tools, you can identify what your audience or your potential customers are searching for. That way, you can provide content relating to that. Put those two together and the traffic to your website and social media pages will definitely increase over time. Tip number 4, links to your website. One undisputed method of ranking higher on Google is by having high quality links from reputable sources linking to your website. This one can be very difficult or can be difficult, but if you're providing value to your customers and your content is very good, like we touched upon, it's definitely achievable. For example, what I mean by that is if you were to write a blog post, say titled How to Build a Business from Scratch, and a more authoritative website, say people like entrepreneur.com or Inc. or Forbes or somebody like that, they picked up that blog post. They wrote a post saying something similar like 10 tips for starting a business. And then at the end of their post, they could say for further reading, they link your website to it because they're a much bigger organization or platform, or they're more authoritative than you just starting out. This will dramatically improve your ranking, and this is a good way to be seen by a wider audience. So this is very important. As I say, it can be slightly difficult, but by providing good value, it's definitely possible. Tip number 5, optimizing your images or image optimization. Optimizing your images with keywords is a great way for them to be ranked on Google and Google image search. When uploading, it is best to use high quality keywords relating to your picture. Use these keywords within the image title, the alt tags, and this will ensure that your image rank as high as possible, which will in turn drive traffic to your site. Tip number 6, send e-shots. E-shots, email marketing, that type of things. This can be a good way to help divert traffic to your website by keeping your customers or potential customers involved in the loop, providing high quality information and providing high quality value. You can use this to divert traffic to your site. For example, if you're writing a blog post and you have a very good email list, by sending the content of your blog post in an email shot to all your leads, they would be able to go onto your website, read the blog post, which brings traffic onto your site. But you gotta be careful with this because nobody likes being bombarded with lots and lots of emails. So what we do is we typically tend to email once a week. You see some people emailing once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. It can become really, really crazy, and that's when people start unsubscribing. The goal is to make sure you're providing value to your client, and the traffic will definitely come from this tip. And last but not least, tip number 7, brand consistency. A potential customer will only keep their interest if your updates, messaging, e-shots, and the whole general style of things are consistent. It may not seem like a big deal, but colors are actually the main source of attraction visually. So keeping colors minimal but consistent throughout will keep the interest of your audience, as well as your logo, the style of your graphics, the font you use. The little things are what matters when it comes to brand consistency, because what you want is for your audience to be able to see something and within a split second, oh yes, that's from you. Then they know, yes, I'm interested, let me have a read on. So by keeping everything in a consistent, professional manner, you're sure to increase and help grow your business. And that's all we have for you today. Till next week, bye for now.